Verdell Newsom on Facebook asks, who's going to close games now, which is the segment we had next up in line. What does it mean for the Dodgers bullpen? There are options. There are a lot of really good options, a lot of intriguing options, a lot of bad options to be closing games for the Dodgers in 2022. What do you think happens?
For the past 4 years, we'll call it 3. We'll call it 3 to be fair. Call it 3. For the past 3 years, I've been saying the Dodgers need to get with the times and go closer by committee. It's
Nobody
what's
reads
worked.
the newspaper. The Times.
The Times, yeah, I understood that reference. It's part of the game now. It's what works best. Doc has even kind of been hinting at it over the years, like, hey, we're going to give them the better run of hitters based on matchups. And more often than not, Blake Trinan has gotten the tougher run of hitters in the 8th inning than Kenley has in the 9th. And that's, that's saying something based on the way things have gone. But the Dodgers do need to go closer by committee. They need to base it on matchups. They need to base it on who they have available. Need to base it on who's coming up in the order, rest, things like that. I think that ultimately, at the end of the season, when all is said and done, Blake Trinan will have significantly more saves than anybody else on this team. However, I don't think you're going to look at him and be like, that guy is our full-time closer. You're going to see a lot of different dudes get saves. You're probably going to see random dudes get saves. You're probably going to see Daniel Hudson get some saves. You're probably going to see like Victor Gonzalez lock down some saves. Caleb Ferguson's probably locking down some saves.
Danny Hudson, I'm all for this.
The Danny Hudson save?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really underrated pickup that I'm very excited about. Probably because like we
keep forgetting about him.
We just forgot. Like everybody just kind of has he even pitched yet? He hasn't, right? No.
I saw him throwing. He has both his arms are there.
He's really hard to recognize because he's one of those guys that just has a face,
Yeah, they're like, who let this 50-year-old father of 7 down on the field?
That's what happens when you put all the whites on the team. It's just like, that guy looks like that guy.
So many white people.
There's a lot of white people on this team. They all look the same to me.
John, here comes the Facebook woke comments.
Sorry, guys. There's a lot of whites, and they all look the same. I don't know what else to tell you. Joe Flacco, Chris Taylor, whatever. Everybody looks the same. Justin says Mitch White. I think he means he's going to be closing games. Maybe.
He's saying Mitch White, a reliever. He's an option.
Tommy Kenley, another option. A guy who, as far as I know, is not in camp. Could possibly be in camp. We don't know. Sometimes guys just appear on backfields, don't make any appearances. But he is a very big personality. So I don't know where he is. Dave did say that there was somebody not in camp.
Missing. They did not talk about who.
And it sounds like it could be him. I don't know. Hanser Alberto also apparently had a visa issue, which I just found out. And it could be him. I don't know.
Does that mean Kenley has Covely?
I don't know. I mean, he was maybe going to be ready at the end of last season, and then that just never happened, obviously. So he should be ready now. Logically, he's a 1-inning guy. Those guys come back faster.
There are absolutely a lot of intriguing options to be closing or pitching in the 9th inning of ball games. You don't necessarily need to marry yourself to one of them, which is a great option for these Dodgers, because you can have Vesia going in there, and you could have Trinan going in the 7th, where there's a more important run of hitters. Like we said, this has been a team that's built for the modern reliever or the modern bullpen, and still stuck with the old school mentality because of somebody like Kenley, who because they need or they've earned that position, that spot. They made their debut in a certain era of the game. They got to keep that job, sort of grandfathered into being the closer, and they couldn't quite take it away without the media running away with it. They couldn't say, oh yeah, Kenley's going to pitch anytime now. It doesn't really matter, even though they tried a few different times and yada yada. But yeah, you got Ferguson as an option. Scott says, how you doing, Scott? Good to see you, bud. Ferguson made his first appearance now today, Monday.
Today's Monday.
Voice given out.
It's really going on you? I can run the show. Don't worry about it. You guys, get Doug in here. Get him in here now.
Gargle some beer.
But you do have a couple different options over there. I do think ultimately they are going to go closer by committee. It's not going to be a designated guy. They're probably going to need days where, I mean, look, injuries happen. They've happened a lot. The Dodgers, if they've proven anything, it's that they've realized that from last year, because the number of dudes that are the number of arms they're just picking up is ridiculous. The rate that they're bringing dudes in, I'm like, where are they going to put all these guys?
And one of the other great parts of it is you're doing this now, so you have an entire season to where if it's not working out, until a trade deadline, you can go trade for somebody. You can go find a way to pull a, Liam Hendricks or get Joe Kelly back from whatever, or you got options. to make some things happen.
I forgot Joe Kelly died.
Rip.
Him and Luke Rayleigh.
What do you guys want to see happen in the bullpen?
Take my shirt off? Oh, yeah, bullpen. Sorry.
Do you want to see the ghost of Kenley Jansen's friend Eric Gagne come out of retirement? Leave a $1,000 super chat. We can make it happen.
You shouldn't have yelled at the game so much this weekend.
Which time?
Week.
Which time?
You do yell a lot.
I yell a lot.
$5 super chat. Appreciate you. Says anyone who besmirches Kenley and what he did and means to the history of this team is an idiot. He went out there and battled. Mariano struggled too, and that's very true. Best relievers in the game, the greatest closers of all time, have blown a lot of saves. I mean, you talk about like the number of greats and the things that they've missed on. Like you look at Jordan's like game-winning shots and how many of those he missed. You look at Kobe's game-winning shots and how many he missed. I'm going all basketball, which makes no sense, but they're held to a different standard, and that's exactly the case with Kenley. He was held to a different standard. He was expected to be elite even in his mid-30s, which he is at now, and he's just not as elite as he was, but he is still a very good reliever and somebody who will pitch very well for the Braves. Braves, by the way, great bullpen. Really good bullpen.
Really good bullpen.
They have a guy named Will Smith over there. Did you know that?
Yep.
Did you know that his name's Will Smith? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he faced off against our Will Smith one time.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I saw that once.
In Matt Stafford's best friend's Take Care show.
I saw it 1,000 more times after that. Yeah, it's going to be closer by committee. We're done there.